This is Solsei. All right, everybody. This is Kim Brio here, and this is the first episode of the Black Quarantine Report. So this will be obviously continually in development, but we are making the best of what we have while we have it. So I'm excited because this evening I have with us Corey Ether. So I have his camera off right now because he was still getting ready. And I was like, I'm finna go live, Corey. He was like, all right. So I'm gonna cut his mic on real quick before I cut his camera on. We're gonna see if he ready. You ready, Corey?
Give me like 60 seconds.
Okay, he said give him 60 seconds. So that's cool. That's cool. So while we're giving him the 60 seconds, y'all, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick 101 about Black Quarantine Report. So obviously this is a new show brought upon by the circumstances within our nation. And I really wanted to do something unique, but I wanted to kind of take a look at all of the different African Americans across the nation and look at how this is affecting them. How their experience has been. This is much like a 9/11 situation. I'm not even sure if you guys understand fully that, but it is. And also how they're making the best of the situation at hand. The reason I make this the Black Quarantine Report is because Blacks have unique experiences, and I want to highlight those, and I am going to make it a point to make sure that I give you a variety of different influential individuals, from people that have the shmoney to people that are more everyday, to the aspiring entrepreneurs, to people that have been affected directly by what's going on. We're going to do some hard-hitting topics. We're going to talk for real, but we'll also laugh, have some laughs in between. It's just going to really be something for you to look forward to every evening at 8 o'clock or 8:10. Corey, no, but every evening at 8 o'clock on Facebook. Tomorrow, this episode will be edited down. It'll be on Spotify and iTunes, so you'll be able to listen to it. And I am excited. So, Corey, was that 6 seconds?
6. Shit, that was one of something else. But
so you ready?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Get your video on. Trying to get your video on. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
You feeling okay? You feeling okay? All right. So, first of all, I have been waiting to do something professionally with you again soon. So I'm sorry the circumstances are unfortunate, but thank you for being game.
Hey, no sweat, man. It couldn't have come at a better time. It's kind of like everybody has the time to kind of things off their bucket list and whatnot. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
thank you for having me. And it's like I don't even like going live because it's not some stuff that you can like really go back and edit all the time. So I gotta watch what I say.
But so this is the first one. So we're gonna see how this all works out technologically, with echoes and
it's
lights.
Working out great. You look great.
And angles.
You look great. I know you're like working.
We're trying here. So I'm hoping they're not getting an echo on the live feed, but we have like 13 people tuning in right now. So right now, I think we good. So
awesome.
All right. This is the Black Quarantine Report. So the first thing I really want to kind of ask you is what your experience has been thus far with this pandemic.
Um, it's
You
out
freezing up?
of
There you go.
and is that's when first kind of started just kind of brewing a bit, right? So it's just crazy. Oh, okay, my bad. So it's
Okay.
like a month later, it's kind of like things are kind of like at a standstill for many people.
Yeah.
Me on the other hand, I'm taking full advantage of it. I'm working, of course, hard as ever. I'm doing a bunch of things, you know, just behind the scenes. Like really, life has not changed much for me. I'll be super honest with you. Like it's crazy. I'm a homebody in the first place. I don't like going outside like that.
Right. I
So
know
the
that to be
social
true.
thing, I kind of I've been practicing social distancing for a while now.
For a
So
while now. You've been social distancing since 2019, bro.
it's been a while. It's been a while.
But yeah, so
So yeah.
you said something really important. You said you're going to make the best of the situation. And I really want to dive into that later because I think that that's an important theme that I want to get out to people, that even in these trying
Right.
times, in these difficult times, we have to make lemonade out of these lemons, you know? Um, Now let me ask you, with you having a daughter, what kind of fears are you carrying in regards to the reality of what's going on? Are you feeling comfortable because y'all just don't go nowhere? Like what's going on in the realities of that realm?
Um, she's out of harm's way.
How you feeling? Are
Like
you
she, you
scared?
know, I'm not really afraid. I'm kind of like prepared for just a little bit of everything. But you know, you can never really fully be prepared. You don't know what tomorrow brings, right? So me, I've always been a person where I reflect on my yesterday self every day, right? So I really try to do a better job in like living life the best way that I can. I'm not saying I
Mm-hmm.
want to do it perfectly and thinking I'm not going to make mistakes along the way. So I definitely want to like I work on like trying to be a better father, uh, building my brain a certain way, and basically, God forbid, if I left this earth tomorrow, you know, I left this earth working and doing something that you know what I mean. That people say, hey, you know, but really, it's just about keeping my child out of harm's way, my family and stuff. So yeah, everything's okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm wondering, and I'm just curious, do you think that we are still, as a people or as a country rather, right? America, do you think we're still kind of in the calm before the storm? Do you think we don't really get it yet?
I don't think people are taking it as serious as it should be taken. Like we have to be mindful of a couple of things. The unknown, the fact that there is such a unknown, there is an unknown cure, an unknown treatment. Right now, we just plan this shit as we going. Well, that's what our president doing,
Right.
right? So it's like,
We'll see what happened today.
yeah, it's kind of like you know, I think people are finally figuring out the necessity of taking things into their own hands. Um,
Mm,
People
mm.
are understanding like people's employers showed them who the fuck they were within the past couple of weeks. You know what
Furloughed.
I mean?
Hello.
And you know, people go hard for their job every day. One because they have to provide, they have to take care of themselves, the whole nine. So they give their everything to these employers, just for employers to say fuck them.
Right.
Now,
That they
mine
don't care.
it happens like that, but it's making people say I need to bet on myself a little bit more.
Yeah. What does
Um,
that look like?
you know, you mentioned like making lemons out of lemonade. I kind of look at it like I think we're all building something. You don't always like everybody's not fit to be an entrepreneur. You have people that are, you know, they're cool with being an employee, and that's super fine.
Right.
It's like it's okay. Like there wouldn't be bosses without an employee. Let's keep it a
Right.
buck. But we all normally have the tools to build what we need to build. And I think that somebody even had to learn about myself. I was always trying to look other places for different tools for me to try to build what I was trying to build. When the whole time I had the tools in my toolbox the entire time.
I feel like you trying to call me out, but okay, no, I'm joking.
No, I don't, because like honestly, like when I say this, I'm reflecting on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like these are things that I have learned. I had to learn along the way. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that you can never like be in a position where you just know every damn thing. Like a lot of this stuff is, playing it by ear, research, applying yourself, and really just consistency and not giving up. Because if this shit was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Right.
So, I just kind of feel like sometimes you see people, they brag and stuff like that and boast in regards maybe to in the relationship they're in, maybe for who they work for, maybe for how much money they make, their economic status, and a whole nine. And this pandemic is a fucking equalizer. It does not matter who you are, where you live,
how much you make, where you live.
It does not matter. So it humbled a lot of people real fucking quick, which was a necessity. Because what else could have done it? Right? Which it is bad, because it's like people are actually dying from this shit, which is the super crazy part.
The worst case scenario.
Yeah, because at one point they're like, oh, was people older? Oh shit, it's anybody. It's like you don't know. And it's kind of like it doesn't matter how healthy you are, I don't care how good you eat. It does not matter. You have got to get, I feel like we as a people have to get right within ourselves. And I think this is something that's going to hopefully bring everybody together.
I think it has no choice but to bring us together. I think it's what we do when we get together.
Well,
that's gonna make the difference.
That's if we get together, because everybody's character one ain't right, and they're not trying to get it right. So you have people in life that they thrive off the money in their pocket, and people aren't. People look their character because of the bread. But when you come across somebody that say they don't have much, but their characters has always been on point to people, it's a different. People look at those people differently. And I just feel like now that we're on an equal, we're on an equal playing field in a sense. So now that money shit don't really help. There's not enough money for you not to get fucking coronavirus.
It's just not. Yeah, right. It's just not.
Quarantine. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's so bad to the point that even when you're quarantining, you can get that shit. I honestly feel like people may have had it and didn't even know they fucking had it.
I think people had it already.
People don't know what's happening, because people are hearing about people dying from this. They don't even know. They don't even feel comfortable exactly going to the hospital, even though they know that's the best thing they should do. They don't even know what's going to happen after that, right? So it's just really like, when it comes to social distancing, practice that shit. Like, I feel like rules are made for a reason. People think that rules are made to be broken sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. That's a whole other thing though. But
that's another whole show.
But when it comes to life or death, and you have people that know more about this shit than we do, saying, yo, sit the fuck down in the house and do what you need to do. Like, maybe you should listen, because you're not immune to it. And people aren't going to start taking it seriously until it starts hitting somebody super close to them.
Exactly. And to piggyback off of what you said, the part that was always crazy to me in regards to this is like, how many other countries did we have to see thousands of people die? Like, did we think that we were just, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the psyche of it.
Well, I mean, again, people don't want to always see what you see, and that's even something I'm still learning about people. Like, people aren't going to actually see what you see. So until people are directly affected, they're not going to take it seriously until then. because people are just like, oh, no, fuck that, it's just a fucking flu. And like the misinformation that's already been there, people are liable to fucking think and believe anything. I mean, you got people sharing outdated information all the time. They don't read the shit,
or fake
you know what I mean,
information
before they share it. Yeah, it's just like out there, and I think that is a total no-no. You know, my best advice is while eating or social distancing. Like, I feel like you need a break from people because I don't feel like people do a better job in knowing how to fucking be alone. You have to
they
know how to be
don't.
alone first in order to deal with other people, right? So I think that now is a time where people have to use this time. Like I had a conversation with you, I think, and a couple other people. While the world is slowing down, you have the tools to build on your own. You should sprint past everybody because
Yeah.
a lot of people have to leave their like. And I'm not talking about this. I'm not. If you're a boss, if you're a up and coming boss, if you somebody that you have a dream, I suggest that you tackle that shit now. Like I'm not saying it's gonna happen overnight. I would never say that it's easy, but if you were to ask, like I was telling you about, you know, you can have, you know, be in a good relationship, and money can be right, credit be
Right.
cool, you know, that whole nine. But it comes down to like, are you happy?
Right.
See, people act like marriage is this, which is cool, but are you fucking
This
happy in that marriage?
forces people to
You got this
face.
high paying job. Are you happy?
I feel
You
like
said
this
what?
forces people to face whether or not they actually are happy, because I truly believe that what is done is remove those vices from people that they feed into to avoid themselves. Be it work,
It's kind
be it clubbing, be, you know what I'm saying? Like it's forcing us to face ourselves. Now, I have a question for you because we've been talking a lot about ambitious people because that's who we are, you know. That's what we can relate to.
of,
Um I want to know, what would you say to that person who's literally sitting at the crib right now and they're like, "Look, I can't start no business. You know, I don't really have this huge talent. I don't, I mean, I've been watching Netflix. I've seen everything on Netflix." What would you say to the average Joe in regards to growing themselves, in addition to, you know, learning how to spend time with yourself? But how do you leave this horrific situation better than you entered it?
I'll be super real with you. I don't care how much I could, you know, anyone could potentially say the right thing to a person like that. I think that that person has to want it enough for themselves.
Mm,
See, I've learned in life. I've met, you know, I say people be going off of potential. I say potential ain't promise. Like just potential ain't promise. I feel like you have to know what
that's
you
real.
want. I think a lot of people go through life seeing if it's something that they want, and that's cool. But you know, think about this. You know, the people that you're affecting, the things that you're shifting because you're just trying to try some shit. You know, but you do have to try some things in order to really figure out what you want. That's a part of life. But there has to be a point where you have to know what the hell you want. You have to start
Right.
somewhere with that shit, and you have to like me. I know what I want. I know what I want. I'm just not that guy's like, I just don't. I know what I want.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, you know, we can't really
I
relate to it, but there are those people that are
no, there
searching for
are.
their purpose.
And people that are searching for their purpose, think about the things that make you happy.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
When are you the happiest?
fuck other people's opinion. Like a lot of people want to do certain things, but they're worried about what other people are gonna say. I'm gonna tell you something, yo. When I've been a musician for a long time. And when I started putting out my own music, like a lot of the same people a lot of the people that I was kicking it with around that time, I don't really kick it with them anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like
Unpack that.
things like as you elevate, yeah, as you elevate, you start doing things that like you start living in your purpose, people are going to fall off. And you really can't be afraid of it. Like at this point in my life, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even get mad anymore. I just get disappointed, really. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, someone told me that someone told me I was sensitive. I said, "Where are you sensitive?" I said, "You know what? I feel like if I feel like you're in my space and I feel like I care about you on some level, there are just certain things I don't expect you to do and say."
Exactly.
Now, somebody on the street, people on the street gonna do say they're but I feel like yeah, but the people that you just hold up here, when they start doing that, it just makes you look at things differently. And you have to be able to let that type of stuff go. I feel like people feel like they're just so good at people that they can change other people to be good. You cannot change a person that doesn't want to be changed. Be very mindful and you have to audit your energy and your time with people like all the time. Like
for
daily.
real.
I'm not saying that, oh well, my homie don't want to be an entrepreneur, so I can't be their friend. No, that's whack. I don't think that's necessary. I think that if your homie does not want to be a business person or into that, do not fucking force him. Because if you force them, you are going to tarnish that friendship. It's gonna get bad. They're gonna mess up some money. They're gonna show up late somewhere.
It's gonna be a problem. They're gonna mess up your money, their money.
So I think that, a lot of people, another thing, like, use this time, like I've learned that you can do so much on your own. Like I still don't have a manager and stuff like that. I need one though, but maybe not. Like I try to do as much as I can on my own because once you start getting other people to do things for you, they're gonna start taking. That's just more money out your pocket.
Yeah.
I don't want to split my bread, but I would rather split my bread in a position where I just know that that's just not my expertise.
Yeah. That's just not your lane, yo.
Yeah, but you have to be like what I've learned is I just like you gotta work so hard dolo. You're gonna clap by yourself so many times. But then naturally the right people
will gravitate.
People like honestly, like two people are like you are somebody that like me you become like super, super cool and close like within the past year or so. Like you did my website. Whew, child. That's the thing. Yeah, like you are a walking brand yourself. Like me,
I'm working on it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like crazy. Like me and you were supposed to link up way before, but I wasn't listening one day and somebody was talking to me about you. But then you hit me up. Yeah, but then like shout out to my homie Deuce and Jackie. They're over there with Bar University Nerd Gang now. Like there are people that I'm like super cool with, right now because like I didn't look to go, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes the right people will fall in your lap.
Right.
Like don't force people to do shit that they don't want to do or they're like iffy about.
Allow things to organically happen.
It's necessary, but you have to be consistent and you have to be prepared to carry a lot of that weight on your own.
I feel you. Now listen, I want to shift. I want to shift from the individual thing and the individual view to more of a group societal view for us Black folk. And I want to be real. Yeah, the perfect time. You see, that is the perfect time because we finna keep it funky. We finna.
You were saying?
Okay. Now, with this being the Black quarantine report, I want to know. First of all, the elephant in the room. I think that we all have thought about all of these negative things that are going to come of this, these negative effects that are going to come of the situation. The deaths that are going to be around us, the people losing their jobs, the people losing their livelihoods. There's going to be a lot of struggle around this. But I want to ask you, for Black people, for us, what can we as a group do as a whole to make us come out of the other side of this better than where we entered in? We touched on this as an individual, but as a people,
what
kind of things do we need
to work? we have to start working from within.
Unpack that.
I feel like black folks have to stop hating on each other. We have to like really start coming together and working together. I think that we have a tendency of pointing the finger so much at others and what they're doing to us that we don't point the thumb enough at ourselves to realize what we're doing each other. Yeah, we don't. It's cool to make music about hurting each other, but if somebody else does it, all hell's gonna break loose.
Right.
And a lot of that shit had, and I think they call it self-hate. Sometimes I think about like racist people. I'd be like thinking to myself, like, what the fuck are they thinking? Now, some people just ignorant, right? But I don't really want to know, but I'm just like out of curiosity, like, what is it? And this is not to justify any wrongdoing, but I just feel like we have to love each other a lot more, yo. We do not love each other enough. We don't stick together enough. Everybody's trying to be just outdo another motherfucker. I feel like you can create your own lane and stay in it. You don't have to be in somebody else's lane. Right. It is okay if there's more than one dope DJ. It's cool if there's more than one dope producer. And more than one dope artist and one dope web designer or brand builder. Like, cool if there are multiple great people in a fucking room.
Right, exactly. Let's all be great together.
But why not? See, it shocks people sometimes because, like, by me being an artist myself, media personality and things of that nature, people say, yo, you support other people a lot. It's genuine, yo. I love seeing people live out their dreams. It takes a lot of courage to live out your dream. You are taking some shit that you see. When you only see it in your brain, and you have to try to show the fucking world what you have in your brain,
and make it make
courage,
sense,
yo. To people today, it's tough. So if I commend people like that. If I cannot scroll past. Like, if I don't want to see you on my timeline, you won't be there. That's one. Two, if I see that you got something going on, I don't care how many times a day I see it. I'm going to share it. Because a lot of people, people cry about support. If you want consistent support, you have got to put in consistent work. You cannot pop in and pop out when you want to and feel like people are just supposed to just be there when you get the fuck back. You
ain't got to talk to me like this about me on this live. No, I'm joking.
You are funny. But no, I'm not like think about what I say. Like, I've seen people cry about support. And I've seen these same shit. I take it back. I will see these same people, then I won't see these same people. You have to be in people's faces to be taken seriously, yo. Yeah. People gotta know this is who you are. This is what you do. Yeah. When they mention your name, they're like, yeah.
That's that such and such person. Exactly. You talking about building brands right now. That's what I'm talking about. But listen, hold on. I want to, before we go into that, because that's a whole nother show topic too. We could do this. But I want to rewind a little bit because you made a great point and you said that what we got to do as Black people is love on each other more.
For sure.
Work together, come together. In layman's terms. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, but I'm pretty sure I already know the answer because I know you. You're familiar with the Willie Lynch letter and the premise of the Willie Lynch letter, correct?
Okay.
Now, what I would like for
you to do is, when I talk about Willie Lynch and things of that nature, for the people outside.
That's what I was about to do. Yeah. Okay. We on the same page because I don't want to assume everybody. So I'm going to try to give it to him quick in layman's terms. The Willie Lynch letter was a letter written pre-slavery to the slave owners in America. I'm making this very general. And what it did was teach them how to have generational control over a people. Okay. And the thing is, if you read and research this letter, the things that they taught them to do, pin us against each other and that sort of thing, you can see prevalent 400 plus years after slavery, you know? It's so ingrained in our people that I don't even necessarily know that it's conscious. You know what I'm saying?
I Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So you know what you just did?
What?
You just realized something about us. And you're not the first person to realize it. I'm not saying that when people do what they do, they're not thinking about the Willie Lynch letter.
Right.
I've learned like people will actually acknowledge the fucked up trait about them.
And still,
and they will still keep going because they found comfort in whatever trauma they may have or whatever bullshit that they think is cool.
Right.
Sometimes people don't know how to get outside of that. And I've learned like you can only do so much for people like that. But there are people out here that want to do better. There are people that want to do better. There are people that want to do better. They just don't know how to go about it, where to start, who to even really trust, because you do have a bunch of people who are out here for self.
So Yahtzee, that's it. Right there. You got it. Okay. So right there, what can we do? What do we do? How do we give them direction? How do we structure this? What do we as a people do? I mean, let's just keep it funky. We like have every avenue at hand, and we know that we have everybody's attention.
We have
you understand what I'm saying as a people?
We have to set examples. Like, I just kind of feel like we're all grown. And I don't feel like you feel like really, you need to do this. You need honestly, unless a motherfucker has me opinion about another person, I don't even like talking about other people. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna stunt. I just know it just fucking feels weird. Especially now in the room. I got too much going on in my own shit. I just don't feel like talking about everybody else. But if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. Right?
Sorry to everybody if y'all hear people in my quarantined house yelling. My bad. Go ahead.
All good. But nah, like you have people that just don't want to get it. Mm-hmm. And it's not much you can do with them. But there are people that actually want to do better and they want to go that route. They just don't know who to trust. And I just kind of feel like we have to set the example. We have to be walking examples. I'm just not about to tell somebody how to live their life unless they ask me. You know what I'm saying? And then even with that shit, I'm still touchy about it. I'm kind of like flattered and stuff, but that we should really. I'm not anybody to tell me like I don't, but.
Here's the thing. Given everything that you said, you know that saying that they have that it's like a few bad apples will ruin a bunch.
We got so many damn apples.
Gee, okay. So sorry, my Chicago came out. I feel like it's funny you said that because what I was gonna say is unpacking that when I was younger, I would live by that and I would be like, yeah, it's always like that, and it would be like that in school and whoop the bam. Now I honestly feel like it's all the apples are rotten and there's a few good ones. Am I wrong?
Yes. You're wrong.
I am? That's encouraging. That's encouraging. I thought
I just like, man, I've learned like people kind of like you want certain people to stick around for a long time, but then you do have people that are like truly there for seasons.
Mm-hmm. For a reason.
I've learned like you've had like that, like yeah, like seasons and reasons. Like they come into your life to teach you a lesson. There are people that I thought I will be cool with forever, and it was the slightest shit that it was just like it's like nah. So I just kind of feel like because anybody that knows of, I'm a super private person. Like I just am, right?
Yeah.
But that's because I used to be cool with people that it was shit. They used to come to my goddamn house all the time. You know what I'm saying? Kick it all the time. They didn't have shit to do. Every time they came to my house, I was working. All right. Now, mind you, I don't kick it with these people anymore, but again, like you have to be very mindful of the people that you bring around you. I feel like when you get to a certain age, you ain't just gotta be this fucking person that always gotta make friends all the time. You have to sit up here and realize like really what's really going on. What do you want to do? What type of legacy do you want to build behind? And another thing, I feel like when you talk about Black folks, what we do better, we have to set each other up
and be more than out for ourselves.
We have to we don't set each other up. We are not there for each other enough. And a lot of times people be thinking it's like always the money side of things. It's really not.
Right.
Sometimes you just want to have somebody they can talk to and trust. Sometimes people just want to have something as simple as confide in. Sometimes people are like, you know what, damn, my homie got that great job. Now, I ain't saying you're supposed to always hire your homie, but if you got a hardworking homie and you know your homie hungry, put your homie in a situation where they can feed themselves.
Right.
Especially if you eating good. We don't
kill
help
two
each
birds
other.
with one stone with this one because we talked about what could be a positive effect and low key how Black people can make lemonade out of this situation. For real.
It's like honestly, it's still so many ways of getting it. Like I can sit here at the crib and make as much stuff as I want to, you know what I'm saying? But that's because I had to put in hours and hours learning how to make my own music.
Exactly.
Right. And exactly. Things that, you know what I'm saying? Because it started like that because I realized how hard it was to go outside to get the things I wanted. I was like, damn, I rap. I need beat stuff. Learning how to make beats in high school. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up sticking with it and I ended up learning how to do a bunch of other stuff because I hated asking other people for like help. Like I hated it. You know what I mean? I think that before we start helping each other, we have to like try to do a better job of being more self-sufficient.
Yes.
Because I kind of
and then stop blaming what doesn't happen on other people. If you're more self-sufficient, only person responsible for whatever happens or doesn't happen is you.
Stop looking for people to like start off investing in your dream. See, people are afraid of fucking off their own money, but they're not afraid of fucking up somebody else's money.
Exactly.
Like
that's real.
Like I got an idea. I want to try this, man. I need to get this. I'm like, fam, like, how much have you really invested in it? People don't want to invest the time. People don't want to invest the money. Like that. Like I'm telling you, I'm thinking like a consumer. As a consumer, your product has to be. You can run out of this shit. It has to be affordable, and you got to make people keep coming back. But you have to put out. You're going to spend way the hell more up front than you're going to get up front later on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or maybe you really could just really get some bread. But I've learned it takes consistency. I've learned people don't want to be consistent. I've seen people put out, we put out product after product after product. Do we really push these products? Are you just pushing things in people's faces? Are you even talking to the people that actually like your product?
Right.
Maybe you're talking to the wrong damn people. Man, because I'm telling you off experience, I had to learn.
Yeah.
Like when I first started making music, like like for real, I was hanging around people because I'm like, damn, well, they doing their own thing. Maybe they can kind of put me on and have me doing some shit. I want to do some shows, you know what I'm saying? But I learned you have to really work hard and be super self-sufficient before anybody really would invest any level of money
Anything
or
in
time.
you. They want to see that you
For
have
real,
invested in yourself.
you have to, because that's the only way because people ain't just out here just fucking off money like that. Just invest. You
Exactly.
have money, but if you're really serious about what you're trying to do, people would like to see how much have you sacrificed for you to even, for me to have to put this into you.
Put this energy.
That's why.
This anything. That's real.
Like you have to invest in yourself. When you're serious, you have got to consistently invest in yourself. And I'm not even just talking about financially. How much work do you put into your craft every day?
And what are you doing with your time? Perfect for you to say right now, because we talking about this quarantine, y'all. What are you doing with your time? Straight up. Like, I understand that this is definitely a time for us to enjoy having the ability to relax. But put something into it. Straight up. Now, we about to close it up, but I have my closing question for you. Which is, given the conversation that we've had today, okay?
Okay.
If you could give every Black person a charge, so to say, something to do, I dare you to do this during the quarantine, what would that be? Every Black person.
I'm not going to even just say Black people because everybody's affected. So I'm just going to say this for anybody and everybody. I don't care what ethnicity you are. Right now, we are one people, we are one race, and we all are affected by this pandemic. Have faith, fuck fear.
And with that being said, that is actually the perfect segue. There is no way that I'm about to have you on here and we're not going to talk about what you're doing. Tell people a little bit about what you're doing, what you got going on. Okay. Shout out to your shirt.
Hey, I was wondering where this was because I hadn't worn it in like I don't know how long. So I'm like, damn, where's this jersey? Because I was blue and like this as well. And I looked in my closet and I was like, let me throw that on real quick type deal. But
that's what's up.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Skip. I had this jersey for like 3 years now. I said shout out to my exes on it. And shout out to my exes was actually my first single ever.
There you go.
So I released it like 3 years ago and stuff. So there you go. I kind of like keep a few of my shout out to my exes things around and stuff. So I'll probably start doing some ether basketball jerseys. Shit, I don't even know what the sports looking like for this shit. Short sports shot for the look like for the rest of the year, for the season rather. So man. But no, recently I just released my new single, Brown Skin. I released it February 19th. So it's
dope on video, dope visuals.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to my A, shout out to Porsche, shout out to Dika, shout out to Rubina, shout out to Brittany and MC2 Productions. And my homie, Bo.
And speaking of talking about merch, we working on some stuff for you. We're gonna have the shirts that you just said. You said the slogan, so I'm gonna let you say it and introduce it to them again. Brown. Have faith. Wait.
Oh yeah. So tonight I'm going to be releasing. All right. So look, tonight I'm going to be releasing some new merchandise. Going to be have faith, fuck fear. And it's definitely something I think it's like the perfect time right now. Like have faith, fuck fear is like so necessary right now. It's something that the only thing that's kind of keeping us afloat. You know what I'm saying? We have to know that things are going to work itself out. But you have to, you just got to start living better, man. We got to start coming together. We have to start loving each other a lot more. We have to start helping each other a lot more. We got to, and I'm not just speaking. I say this about myself as well. That's why I say we. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot to work on and live every day like it should last.
We got a lot to work on, and now we got time. So now it's time to get active. You done seen everything on Netflix, everybody. You done synced it
I
already
haven't,
twice.
you know, I haven't watched any Netflix.
You ain't normal, Corey. We not talking about you. I know you. I know what you've been doing.
I
You've been
will
working.
watch some Netflix. You know what's crazy? Like I don't watch TV, but
I know.
but no, for real, like I do watch YouTube a lot. I do watch movies. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always watching old shit like King of New York and New Jack City. Like I'm watching old gangster films because I just kind of feel like it was like so like the gangster was so authentic during those times. It was just different. You know what I'm saying? People
Lord.
So like I like watching that type of stuff. But
this gonna influence your new music.
You know what's crazy? Like as far as my new music, like I've really I gotta like get out of this shell. I feel like I've been in a shell. I feel like I have to kind of like break free a little bit. I feel like I have, by the way. I just haven't played the new stuff yet. But it's gonna be a nice summer.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You making lemonade.
Summer 20, yeah, spring, summer. We're gonna be decent. Actually, we're gonna be decent for the rest of the year.
Yes.
You know, but no, we're gonna be decent for the rest of the year and ongoing. But honestly, like right now, musically, I'm at a point right now where I've really been thinking about collaborating with other artists more.
What kind of collaborations are you seeking? I think that there are people listening.
I don't know if I would want to say seeking. Like, I'll be real with you. Like, I would love to put a female singing group together.
That's like what Kelly tries to do with Chasing Destiny.
Yeah, I'm not chasing anything with this one. I would like to really, and I've been talking about this for years, like because I write like Brown Skin's an R&B song. You know what I'm saying? I still got a joint coming with my homegirl, De Niro Blue. But I would love to put a female singing group together.
Would this be just R&B or R&B and hip hop?
In this female group, I would want a producer. Even though I'll be producing all this shit on some Jermaine Dupri shit. But I would like to, even if that person's not a producer, I would teach them how to make music.
Yeah.
I might just teach, like it would be three of them, and I would actually teach all three of them like how to do it. If not, even if like say if they're not musically inclined, now if they're on some shit where they all play instruments, oh shit, we lit. If we got a drummer,
we lit.
If we have a drummer, we get somebody on the keys and somebody on maybe a guitar, we lit. And honestly, and if all of them, like, I would probably get maybe another singer, like a lead singer off of that, but it would be an all female band.
In my head, I just saw like the female roots, like in my head. That's like what I just saw. Like,
y'all gonna love y'all. Honestly, like just even off like, cause I really want to like. That's why I did Brown Skin. I just kind of felt like black women they always shaking their ass in somebody's video. I ain't want that.
Yeah.
I have a huge respect for women off that, but especially like black women, you know. And
speaking of merch, make sure everybody knows too. Guys, you can go to CoreyEther.me and go click on shop and check out the new Brown Skin merch because you have merch for Brown Skin coming too.
Yay.
It's lit.
It's lit.
It's lit.
But yeah, but like my next single though is can I say the name? Okay. Name my next single is called Missed Your Beat.
Huh?
Missed Your Beat.
I want to hear that one.
I'll send it to you when we get off.
Yeah, I was about to say you gonna have to play that one for me. Your songs be coming for people. Either you be loving on people or you be coming for them. One or the other.
You think so? That's funny.
Well, Corey, I want to thank you for being my guinea pig, my first guest. I wouldn't have anybody other than you. Thank you for being a part of the Black Quarantine Report. We're all in the crib needing stuff to do, needing things to get into that are productive. So I wanted to begin to have productive conversations. So
Awesome.
everybody, this will be every night, 8 o'clock, streaming straight to Facebook. You never know who's going to be on the show. It might be Corey again. You never know.
All week. Follow me on Instagram at Corey Ether, CoreyEther, and go to my website that Ms. Brio put together, www.coreyether.me. And if you ain't doing shit at home, pull up season 6 of Empire and check me out.
Yeah, Empire. Yes, pull up season 6 of Empire and check Corey out. You're going to be like, that dude look familiar. It's him. It's him. Yeah. Just watch the whole season because he got so many episodes. You just got to watch the whole. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, Corey. Thank you.
You know what's crazy? Actually, I need to sit down and binge watch Empire. I only saw the first episode. I haven't seen the rest of the damn season.
You gotta watch yourself. That's the only way you're gonna get better.
You funny as hell.
But thank you for everybody who's tuning in. I have appreciated it. This has been amazing. Thank you, Corey. I'll call you after this, and I will see everybody else tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Black Quarantine Report. This is Kim Brio. BlackQuarantineReport.com. And at Black Rona Report on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Okay?
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Night.
We out.
Yeah.
This is Solsei.